Super fast ghost. It isn't clear where and when this video was shot, but whatever happened here is one that the owner of this dashcam might never recover from. As a matter of fact, driving in the night or in the early hours of the day might be totally off limit. So this YouTuber and a passenger believed to be his friend were riding through town when they came across a creature that we might never successfully describe. This creature looked like a flowing robe and could have easily passed for one if they were driving through a busy neighborhood. Well, they were not anywhere close to a busy street. Rather, they were driving through a lonely road. Now, the creature wasn't just by the side of the road. It started off by one side of the road and found a way to almost mess with their journey. This creature seemed to be going across the road, and one can only imagine what it was and where it was headed. In the real sense of things, coming across an all-white creature in the middle of a busy street might strike some fear into the heart of the average person. So, you can imagine how this YouTuber and his friend must have felt. Well, they shouted in a language we don't understand, and we can only imagine they were asking it to get off the road. It's common knowledge that nothing was really supposed to be on the road at this time of the day, but if you think seeing what can best be described as a ghost was scary, there is more. Their nightmare had only just started. This YouTuber sped off all in a bid to avoid what couldn't be explained, but he wasn't going to get away so fast. These guys went on with their journey, and this time they were probably driving a lot faster. Strangely, it seemed like whatever they had said to this white creature was annoying, because it just didn't want to let go of them. Of course, it didn't follow them, but this isn't good news, as it did something worse. It went ahead to wait for them. Just as they thought they had escaped this eerie creature, something unexpected happened. They were driving fast on a straight road when up ahead was something they thought they were running from and had escaped. Some meters ahead of them was the white creature. This time, it was standing ahead of them. Apparently, it had crossed the road. So, it was on the other side. This sight in itself was scary, but even worse was the fact that there couldn't have been an explanation to how something apparently moving on foot went ahead of a machine if it wasn't a spirit. It might be difficult to tell what happened next, but we can assume these guys got off their bike and ran off. Floating pedestrian. We aren't sure who captured this next moment, but it was posted by a YouTuber known as TS Saw, and it shows a driver's encounter with a creature we really can't explain. While driving through a long stretch of road, this driver's dash cam picks up a creature by the side of the road. The video is really fast, so you might not even notice what happened. However, if you slow things down just a little, you will notice someone, or should we say something mysterious, by the side of the road. This creature seems to be waving at the car, but something is just off. The camera doesn't pick up the color of the person's clothing, and this might suggest that the creature isn't a person. That's not all. It quite seems like the creature's limb is a little too long. It definitely seems longer than the arms of an average person. There is the third observation, and this is the most creepy. This creature seems to be floating, although we are probably seeing things this way because the camera couldn't capture the image properly, but even when the video is slowed down, it doesn't seem like this creature has any legs. Hopefully, it is our minds just playing tricks on us. Missing bride. It's generally believed that a lot happens in the night, and while this generation tries to become less superstitious, it seems almost impossible, and one reason for this is moments like this one. In this clip, a driver believed to be a lady is moving down a road that many claim is associated with up to 10 accidents annually. This might not mean much for folks that have no interest in spooky stories. However, everyone that believes in life after death and in paranormal events can tell that things just can't be normal on this road, and this clip probes that to an extent. While driving along this road, the driver notices something eerie and stops driving for a moment. She isn't sure what she just saw, but she is trying to make sure she didn't see what she wasn't supposed to see. Well, everything happened so fast. While she is still parked, what is believed to be the ghost of a woman moves across her screen. Now, it is believed that she saw a ghost because of stories around this road. Beyond merely seeing a ghost, there are reports that she must have seen the ghost of a bride that died sometime in the 80s. Although there is no way to prove this, in the absence of a contrasting story, it is best things are left like this. Nonetheless, what do you think her dashcam caught? Could it be a ghost, or was this story simply made up? Where is the car? Unlike other clips in this video, which involve something you don't want to encounter at night, this video, put up by a YouTuber known as Swinetown Swine, might not be so scary at first. Nonetheless, on second thought, it could send chills down your spine. Furthermore, it isn't a case of an object appearing, but a case of a disappearing object. One more thing, it wasn't captured in the night. As a matter of fact, if it had been captured in the night, it wouldn't have been scary. We simply would have not discovered what really happened. So, what happened? Well, this YouTuber is going for a ride somewhere in Europe when he discovers something that perhaps never really existed. He spots a wine car somewhere around a bend, but when he gets to the bend, it turns out the wine car wasn't. Or so he made us believe. Now, a lot could have happened in this moment. It is either the wine car went right so quickly his camera couldn't pick it, or it was never there. There is a likelihood you didn't spot the wine car. However, if you slow down the video, you can see it just negotiating a bend shortly before it is believed to have disappeared. Although there is the belief that this car moved so fast to the right it was impossible for the YouTuber's dashcam to pick it, that's actually very unlikely, as cars don't just move so fast right after negotiating a bend. So, we might want to look at the side of the disappearance of the car. There are no guarantees on what happened. So, it is up to you to make up your mind on what you actually think happened to the car.
The best tyres in the world if you're going to start doing that sort of shit. What are you doing? What was this car doing? Where's it gone? Okay. What the fuck? But so that's why...
Walking shadow. There has to be something about the night. Although not everyone believes this, after watching this video to the end, you just might have no choice but to believe that the night and the day are completely different. A lot of people agree with this, but by different, we don't mean the intensity of the light. Rather, we are more concerned about the activities, and this next clip proves this. Here, we see a video recorded by the dashcam of some young men. They are driving on a quiet street when they spot something that seems like a shadow. Just that in this case, the shadow isn't soared across the floor, rather it is standing like a regular person would. The lighting conditions are poor, and it would be impossible to really tell how real what they just saw is. That's not all. Their dashcam doesn't do justice to the image they saw. Well, they drive past this creature, but instead of going on with their journey, they decide they want to get a better view. So, they come back to have a better view. Well, at this point, you probably would be expecting the creature to be gone, but that's not what happened. It is still on the road. However, this time there is a difference. It is not exactly by the side of the road, but has moved slightly into the road. So, the dashcam, as well as the guys in the car, are able to have a better view. Well, their view, no doubt, has improved. Nonetheless, they are unable to see the face of this being. Perhaps it doesn't have a face. That has got to be the only logical explanation here. Route 666. It really is unknown where and when one could see something strange while driving. However, it seems like there is a place in Ohio where one is guaranteed to come across a mysterious event or creature if they spend ample time there, and that place is none other than Route 666. This road is associated with sightings people might never want to come across. Although this might be common knowledge, some folks will never believe what they hear about a place if they haven't experienced a strange occurrence firsthand, and one of these people is a guy known as the Planet Earth on YouTube. So, after hearing several scary statements about Route 666, he decided to see things for himself. Guess what? He went on a 17 minutes long drive through the night, hoping to find something that would make his heart skip a beat, and did he succeed at this? Unfortunately, he did. He came across something we might never be able to explain. While deep into his journey, he saw something that might be a set of eyes glowing in the dark. He stopped for a moment to be sure of what he saw, perhaps to give it some thoughts. In the end, he couldn't come up with a conclusion. At the speed of this video, you are most likely to miss the pair of eyes he saw. However, if you take a closer look at his left and also slow the video down, you will see a pair of lights which seem like objects from one source and can best be eyes from a creature. We might never be able to find out what they really were. Some folks believe this pair of eyes were basically reflections from a road sign, but that is very unlikely. So, tell us, what do you think they were?
Okay. What is that?
Shapeless Spirit. Sometimes it is difficult to tell a real video from a doctored one, and this video, posted by a YouTuber called Crooked Pixel, just might be one. Like several of the clips that make up this video, someone is driving through a stretch of road on a lonely night. Well, the person that had this video recorded on their dashcam possibly wasn't expecting anything, but they saw something that words might fail to describe. This creature looks like something from a movie and takes different forms as they get closer. Initially, it seems like a person putting on white and waving at the car, hoping to get the driver to stop. Well, some folks might actually stop their car and render some help, but this driver didn't think that was the best thing to do. It gets more interesting. As they get closer to the object, it begins losing the form of a person and starts floating in the air. It finally takes the shape of a map or a shapeless organism as it floats past their car. It might be easy to say the driver's dashcam caught something mysterious. However, we aren't so convinced as this video might be doctored. Nonetheless, do you think it was doctored or the dashcam actually caught something strange? Feel free to share. Wandering child. There are several ways to know if a video is doctored or real. The history of a place is one, and this leads us to the next clip. It was posted by a lady known as Myrtle Sarosa. It is not clear where this video was recorded, but investigations say it is in a part of Asia that was affected by a typhoon that claimed the lives of several children. This piece of information might seem insignificant to this video until you find out what this dashcam caught. While driving through this road at night, Myrtle's dashcam caught something that could pass for a child. Of course, a child wouldn't be out in the dark alone late in the night. So, it is obvious the dashcam didn't catch a child. As a matter of fact, Myrtle claimed what she saw was a lot scarier than her dashcam actually reveals. According to her, the creature she saw had a face which looked pale and frightening. Interestingly, that wasn't what her dashcam caught. As much as the dashcam didn't catch the face of this creature, we can't rule out the fact that it isn't something anyone would be comfortable interacting with. Experienced drivers that ply this road might not be tempted to stop. Unfortunately, we can't say the same about newbies. They just might think a child is stranded and needs help. There are currently many explanations for what Myrtle's dashcam caught, and the most likely of them is that this creature might be one of the spirits of kids that died in a natural disaster. Giant spider. This video was posted by Crooked Pixel and is believed to have been captured from a moment that occurred in Russia. Unlike a lot of the clips in this video, which took place in the night and on isolated roads, this moment was filmed in daylight and on a busy street. It quite seems like the day is just beginning to break or the sun is setting. As nice as these details are, they are really nothing compared to what happened here. Traffic is going on normally when suddenly the ground opens up in front of a vehicle. This vehicle screeches to a halt and traffic generally stops. Suddenly, a large creature, which can best be described as a monster spider, comes out of the ground and almost gets on the hood of the car with the dashcam when the video ends. This moment looks like one from a movie, but we aren't even sure if it is from a movie or actually happened. However, due to how scary it looks, we can only assume it was doctored. Bigfoot. This video was shot in California and is believed to be a moment a Bigfoot came out in the open. This moment was captured on a sunny afternoon by a woman who was driving with her child. While simply minding her business and driving, this driver's dash cam caught something that many believe is just a myth. She saw Bigfoot, or so many believe. Sadly, there is no proof. So folks think what she saw wasn't a Bigfoot but another mysterious creature, while others believe she simply saw a human hiking in the mountains. There is no way to confirm what she saw, but it was definitely scary.
No, porque mira, ahí se ve pequeña en la grabación, pero de lejos. De lejos se mira como que fuera, pero no. Si te fijas la distancia que es y cómo donde le quedan los arbustos, sobrepasa. Y una persona no sobrepasa.